grieving parents left with the devastating task of telling their grandchildren their dad would never come home.
Lynn and Gordon Handley from Glossop lost their son Liam to lung cancer. He was just 37 years old. Liam didn't smoke. His parents believe that if he had been a smoker, he would have had tests sooner and x-rays which could have saved his life.
Well, doctors initially put his chest pains down to anxiety. It took 9 months for him to be diagnosed, and by then it was too late. He died a year later.
Lynn and Gordon are now backing a campaign by Liverpool's Roy Castle Lung Cancer Foundation. They're calling for an end to smoker and non-smoker labels, claiming they can have a direct impact on the speed at which the illness is detected.
In a moment, we'll speak to Rachel Avery from the foundation, but first, here's Tasha Kachiri with Liam's story.
Liam Handley was young and fit. He was a busy chef and father. In 2019, he started to experience chest pains. GP said it was down to anxiety.
They just continued, from the doctor's point of view, just raising the amount of tablets and the strength and say, just keep taking the tablets. Never at any stage did they suggest, well, let's send you for some x-rays, let's look for something else.
Months later, as Liam's symptoms worsened and numerous visits to doctors and hospitals proved unhelpful, his family paid to get him seen privately. By this time, the cancer had spread and the father of 4 was diagnosed with advanced lung cancer.
His vertebrae in his neck had collapsed. His pelvis had nearly snapped off. He had liver cancer, and obviously lung cancer was the primary. And they gave us the bad news that they didn't think he'd survive the weekend. All this time we were pushed away. We feel guilty ourselves for not thinking outside the box, but you go to your doctors, you go to hospital, you're guided by them.
Liam died in October 2021 at just 37. His mum and dad, Lynn and Gordon, say his late diagnosis was down to him not fitting the profile of someone with lung cancer. He was young and a non-smoker.
He had no symptoms like they put out on the news. If you have this, if you have that. Liam had none of those symptoms.
Everybody thinks lung cancer, smoking. And it's wrong. And that's that label and that's the stigma that cancer can carry. And I think that's why GPs and the physios, the radiographers didn't go there.
Now they've backed a new campaign by the charity Roy Castle Lung Cancer Foundation, calling for an end to terms such as smoker and never smoker when it comes to lung cancer diagnosis and treatment. The foundation says 48,500 people are diagnosed with lung cancer annually in the UK, with about a third of cases unrelated to smoking. Lynn and Gordon are speaking out in hopes that other people won't go through the same pain as they have.
You don't want other people to go through what we've been through, or what Liam went through, what his wife's gone through, what his children are living with. It's immense, yes.
Yeah, she's on her own, Louise, there with there's some support with us, with four young children. 4 young children, who even the little ones now, or the younger ones now, are saying, we miss our daddy.
Why?
Why
was it missed? Why was it missed? And we have to try and explain that.
Well, Rachel Avery from the Royal Castle Lung Cancer Foundation joins us live in the studio. Rachel, good to see you. I mean, what is clear from Liam's story is that labelling somebody a smoker or a non-smoker is really unhelpful. I guess this is why you've launched this campaign.
It is, and I just want to start by saying a huge thank you to Lynn and Gordon for sharing Liam's experience. It's one that we hear far too often at Roy Castle Lung Cancer Foundation. You know, the majority of people with lung cancer are still diagnosed so late, and you know, at the charity we're constantly looking for ways to change that, and the Let Go of the Labels campaign is one of those ways.
Well, just tell us about that campaign. What are you asking people to do?
So the Let Go of the Labels campaign, it came about from listening, really, listening to people who are affected by lung cancer. And we kept hearing again and again these labels of smoker, non-smoker, never smoker. And we just started spotting that they were slowing down people's diagnosis. They were stopping people, causing barriers and making people kind of have to wait much longer than for their diagnosis than they needed to be. Now, if someone has smoked, there can be a real reluctance to go and seek that hope. There's overwhelming feelings of guilt and shame attached to that, and people feel like they don't deserve to go and get that support, and we don't want anyone to feel like that. We want people to get the support they need. And then there's other people who have never smoked, like Liam, whose symptoms are put down to other causes. Liam's chest pain was put down to anxiety. We've got people part of the campaign, their cough, their chest infections, they're being prescribed repeat antibiotics again and again, instead of just sending for that simple chest x-ray that chances are it would rule something out, but it's better to rule it out than, if it was lung cancer, then catching it early, it can just make all the difference.
You mentioned shame and guilt being two reasons why, somebody may not go and get themselves checked out. Are there any other reasons?
I mean, lung cancer is so intrinsically linked to smoking, and it's time that we move on from this. It's a very complicated disease. It's shrouded in misconception, so people feel they may not be affected. Liam would never have thought lung cancer in a million years with his chest pain, and so people don't necessarily go and seek that help as soon as they should. And what we're trying to say with the campaign is it doesn't matter if you've smoked or not. It's time that we recognise that lung cancer, like any cancer, it can affect anyone, whether you've smoked or you've never smoked.
Well, Roy Castle himself, he never smoked, did he? And we were just talking before, we can't believe it's 30 years since he passed away. But just very quickly, what are the warning signs and what can people look out for in terms of symptoms?
I think people would be really surprised by how many symptoms there are with lung cancer. I think everyone's aware of kind of the persistent cough, and by persistent we mean kind of 3 weeks or more. There's other respiratory symptoms such as shortness of breath, coughing up blood, repeat chest infections, and then there's other symptoms that people might not necessarily consider with lung cancer. So that could be weight loss or fatigue, feeling tired for no reason, and even shoulder pain and back pain. Now there's lots, so I think the most important message to take away is if you're feeling something that is unusual for you, go and see your doctor.
Okay, Rachel, some important pearls of wisdom there. Many thanks indeed for your time. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in, Rachel.